people tend to complain that I send them to sleep. And that also happens to me when I listen to the recordings. But what happens is when I start speaking in these webinars, and definitely when I start running the guided meditations, just naturally different spiritual energies and guides come to me, and I'm just working with those energies. Those energies are running through me, and I kind of speak that energy. I speak the energies that are coming through me. I speak the qualities that I'm feeling through my body. I speak the information that is just naturally coming from these spiritual teachers or spiritual energies. And I don't know if it's all guides or just my guides, tends to put people to sleep. So if you feel like you're going to sleep through this talk, don't think of it as an intellectual endeavor of where you have to understand what I'm saying or remember what I'm saying. You don't. Just let the energies go through you, because there is more going on than meets the eye. And more I'm just going with that, because these guys up here seems to know a lot more than I do. I would have run out of stuff to teach a long time ago. So more and more I'm just letting that happen, speaking those energies, allowing that reality to come through. And I think that connects to people's own guides and their own channels and their own higher self, and in that way people naturally start channeling. And holographic breathing has got a physical structure to it, where this breathing motion moves through the whole body. And then there's energetic qualities of all of the different organs, and the kundalini and the brain. There's all of these different organs and systems. And there is also a spiritual aspect to holographic breathing. You will start channeling. If you learn holographic breathing and you practice it, I'm not saying 100%, but the words are, you will start to learn to channel. And you will bring in energies of the new era and the new whatever is happening on earth. It's important to connect to the new energies. As you can hear, this dog has come to join in. He also thinks it's important. You may hear him barking in the background. So, you know, I do have a whole arena of things that I teach, but to be honest, I think it is highly important for me to allow that energy, and so that people can find their mirror to that, their own energies. Because I think really we've run out of things to say on earth. I think we do need input from what is coming down the line spiritually for the earth. So that is there, and you may pass in and out of consciousness, and that is okay. As another thing I found out on the dry fast, you produce a lot of cortisol on the dry fast, so which keeps you awake. So what I would do, because people fall asleep in the meditations, and me included, I've got just a shed load of free YouTube guided meditations. They're all on my website. so you can play those. I actually played the advanced ones where I teach people advanced webinars. And because it was the night time and I wanted to fall asleep, I would just fall asleep. But whatever we were working with in those webinars, in those recorded webinars that I slept through, that absolutely worked energetically. It got communicated energetically, even though I was asleep or partially asleep or waking up and then going to sleep. So even if you pass out in the guided meditation, there's still some kind of dialogue going on. Something is being communicated, and sometimes that dialogue can actually be communicated much more effectively when people are asleep, because when they're wide awake or very, attent, quite often the channels can't come in. To channel properly, you move into a place halfway between sleep and awake. You relate a lot to the cerebellum, which is a lot to do with the dream state. So it's an ability to be in that dream state but still aware. So people access that dream state in holographic breathing very quickly and naturally. I think it's part of holographic breathing. But in that state, it's also really easy just to pass out. But that is going to be more part of the webinars, because I'm not going to hold back on the channeling anymore. I'm just going to allow it to come through. And obviously in that half awake and half asleep arena, you will just go completely asleep, then wake up and go to sleep. And what I'm saying is that is okay. The recordings are there. If you miss some of it, you can just put the recordings on. And on the last page of my website, there's about 30 or 40 free webinar recordings. They're all potent and strong.